Hey YouTube. So what I'm working on today is replacing my wiper motors. Now, these motors were new, but they were the same as what was in the boat. And they're designed for a 100-degree sweep, or you can adjust it to an 85-degree sweep. The issue is, when I replaced the windows, I went to a smaller but taller window, and even at the 85, there's too much sweep and it goes off the window, so that's not going to work. And these were a bit small on the power side anyways, so what I'm doing is I'm switching over to these motors, and much higher end motor, auto park, things like that. And you can adjust these from a 45-degree sweep all the way up to 100-degree sweep, so much more adjustability, and they will work for me.
They were a pretty easy install. Here's a view from a couple feet back. I am loving this boat. I put some footrests in so that way when you're running you got some support for your legs. Then I took the fenders off and put some guides on, so when I'm putting the boat on the trailer by myself it makes it a little easier. So we finally took the boat out fishing. It was a windy day, but tried for some sockeye. This was a little early in the season for sockeye, but they were there. They just were not biting. We even had fun watching or listening to the commercial fishermen on the VHF radio complaining at how little fish there was. Then we decided to take a run to Bamfield. This is probably 2 months later. The summer's been rather busy for me, so haven't got out as much as I liked, but took my dad. We loaded up, headed out about 6:30 in the morning, and it's about an hour run. I think it's 26 or 27 kilometers from Port Alberni to Bamfield. So this was a good test for the boat for a longer trip. Didn't take Dad long to get into a fish. Anfield was a beautiful day, and then I took a picture of the water because there must have been an algae bloom, as you could see 2 definite colors. And then Dad's big fish that he reeled in, 20 pounds right on the button. We woke up at 5:30 a couple days later and headed back to Bamfield, and this time we left at 5:30 in the morning, and that made for, all I can say is, an epic run. The sunrise was amazing. Unfortunately, when we arrived, just about right at Bamfield, there was a fog bank, and we decided rather than just running in at speed, we trolled our way into it, and the visibility was probably 100 meters or so, and we could hear the odd boat go by when you couldn't see them, but we had our lights on, and this is looking over the roof of the boat. It gives you an idea how foggy it was, and was using my GPS, and later in the day the fog lifted and we actually got into some fish and some nice springs. So I'll leave the video at that. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.